The Gilded Age Season 3 has just wrapped up, and I'm thrilled that the show has already been commissioned for Season 4. After that finale, I need to know what's going to happen with George and Bertha. Following George's near-death experience in the previous episode, this finale focused heavily on his recovery, while also showing Bertha's relentless drive to climb to the very top of New York high society, even if it meant using the people she loved. While the Russell family didn't exactly get a fairy tale ending this season, we did see satisfying conclusions for characters like Gladys, Peggy, Larry, Marian, Jack, and even Agnes and Ada. So, let's break down the ending of Season 3, Episode 8, and go through all the important details. Just a heads up, there will be spoilers ahead. The episode opened with panic. George had been shot, and his survival was uncertain. Luckily, Dr. Kirkland, who happened to be across the street visiting Peggy, rushed in and saved George's life. With Dr. Logan absent, Bertha's care and concern stood in stark contrast to her usual self-focused demeanor this season. For once, she was looking outward instead of inward. The pain and fear on her face mirrored what we saw later when George left for New York. Another moment where she feared losing him, just in a different way. This episode gave us a glimpse of the Russell family almost returning to stability. Bertha even considered canceling the Newport Ball, but George insisted it go ahead, not for her social ambitions, but to publicly show he was strong, healthy, and that his railway project was still secure. Bertha also faced backlash for lifting the ban on divorced women attending the ball, allowing people like Aurora and Mrs Astor's daughter to attend. While it seemed like a progressive move, it may cause trouble next season, especially if Bertha herself ends up separated from George. One of the most telling moments came when George told Bertha, "I don't blame you for being ruthless. I admire it. It's what we share. I'm just ruthless for the people I love, not with them." His brush with death seems to have changed his perspective. He might not want Bertha meddling in the lives of those he cares about. And in a fascinating twist, George actually used Bertha's ball for his own purposes, just like she's done to him in the past. Bertha hated it. That final shot of her watching George leave, unable to tell him their daughter is pregnant, set the stage for a potentially explosive Season 4. One of the most emotional subplots involved Peggy and Dr. Kirkland. Peggy believed William was going to propose, but instead, he wanted to confront her about her past. The shift from a scene filled with romantic music to one of tense silence was gut-wrenching. Throughout the season, Dr. Kirkland had failed to stand up to his overbearing mother, who disapproved of Peggy and used her past against her. Dorothy's confrontation with Mrs. Kirkland was a standout moment, sharp, unapologetic, and brutally honest. Even Dr. Kirkland's father defended Peggy, urging his son to choose love over society's opinion. When William finally stood up to his mother and proposed to Peggy at the ball, the joy on her face was pure magic. A truly perfect ending for her character this season. Larry's story mirrored Peggy's in some ways. When he rushed home to see his father possibly dying, nothing else mattered. Marian, meanwhile, realized she had made a mistake by doubting Larry's innocence in the Haymarket incident. Even though Jack vouched for him, Larry was understandably hurt that Marian believed Jack over him. Marian proved her loyalty when she helped tend to George's wound, earning Bertha's respect. Still, Marian feared she'd ruined things for good. In the final moments at the ball, Larry found her outside and told her that while their problems wouldn't be solved overnight, they'd face life's imperfections together. Their romance has been drawn out long enough. Season 4 should be the moment they finally tie the knot. Agnes, Ada, and Oscar each had defining moments this episode. Agnes discovered the New York Heritage Society didn't want her money. They wanted her as vice president. While she'd claimed she was never wrong, Ada's eye roll made it clear otherwise. Later, Agnes finally allowed Ada to sit at the head of the table, signaling a truce in their season-long feud. That small wink she gave Ada was quietly heartwarming. Meanwhile, Oscar's confidence is at an all-time high. No longer mourning John Adams, he's using his inherited home as both a sanctuary and a power move. He even proposed a business-like marriage arrangement to Mrs. Winterton, combining her wealth with his connections to become a force in society. This is a storyline to watch in Season 4. This was a strong, satisfying finale. Every character arc was addressed, while the biggest question, George and Bertha's marriage, remains open. I truly thought they'd find happiness after George's recovery, so his uncertainty was a genuine surprise. The George shooting plot was executed brilliantly. The tension was high, and the moment the screen went black after his body went into shock was genuinely nerve-wracking. The ball itself was breathtaking. Lavish sets, costumes, and dancing made it worth the wait. For me, the standout performance was Carrie Coon as Bertha Russell. The love, fear, and heartbreak she conveyed in that final scene was unforgettable. This season was hands down the best the Gilded Age has offered so far, and with Season 4 on the horizon, I'm excited to see just how high and how low our characters will go.